Smile with the rising sun, 3 little lads, fish by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. In every life we have some trouble, but when you worry you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. You got no place to lay your head. Somebody came and took your bed, but don't worry.
I'll get it.
Be happy. The landlord says your rent is late. He may have to litigate, but don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now.
I just love this song. Makes me happy. It's Saturday.
Don't worry.
It's story time. I'm so glad
Be
you're here.
happy.
Just a little bit more.
Don't worry, be happy. Ain't got no cash, ain't got no style, ain't got no one to make you smile. But don't worry, be happy. 'Cause when you worry, your face will frown.
Round my wrinkles.
But you can turn it
Upside down.
Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now.
We're going to read some stories, I
Don't
promise.
worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Everyone feels sad sometimes. But baby, the sun will rise. Don't worry. In a while, we'll be happy. Baby, don't worry.
I love that song. It is happy. I am happy because it is Saturday and you're here and I'm here and we're going to sing and we're going to laugh and books may fall over and the sun is hiding. It is behind the clouds today and there's a very light drizzle. But you know what? It smells this morning. It just smells of goodness. Lots of nature smells. Well, it is Saturday and it is the second Saturday in May and tomorrow is a special day. And tomorrow many of us are thinking about how we love our families and in particular our mothers. So I am very excited. I've got some wonderful books to celebrate the joy of moms and children and love. So the first one that I'm going to read this morning is called My Mama is a Mechanic. My mama is a lot of things. My mama is a a monster truck driver. Isn't that great? And I love this here. It says, eat your vegetables. My mama is a chemist. Isn't that cool? And that is so true, that when you bake together, when you cook, it is like being a chemist. In fact, baking, there are a number of different chemical reactions with the baking soda and baking powder and the salt and yeast. Those are chemical reactions. That's pretty cool. My mama is a quarterback. My monster is, I'm sorry, my monster. My mama. Did I say monster before? My mama. My mama is a treasure hunter. See what they're doing? Looking for things that get lost. Isn't that true? Moms do a great job of finding things. My mama is... What are they doing there? A surgeon. My mama is, look, an architect. I love this too. Do you see what they've included in their plans? So they're making a castle, and what's part of the castle? A library, a spa, a bedroom, a helipad, and a library, of course. My mama is... What do you think this one's going to be? A hot lava rescuer. And I think Miss Ing sings a song, doesn't she, about the floor is lava? Maybe that's what they're playing. Maybe they're singing the song and playing the floor is lava. And my mama is a superhero. But what I like best about my mama is that she's my mama. Isn't that a sweet book? I think that's a very sweet book. So in this book, this little boy is pretending, isn't he? All the different things that his mama is. And you know what? Mamas are in real life. I am sure that somebody's mama really is a monster truck driver. I'm sure that somebody's mama is. There are many mamas that are indeed chemists, not just with baking, but they work in a lab. And many mamas are surgeons, aren't they? Thank goodness. Thank goodness for our healthcare professionals. And I know that some mamas really are mechanics. So I think that's a great book. Moms can be many different things. The best thing is when they're yours, my mama. All right, so I love that book. I think it's very creative and true. And today we are singing songs that I like. And I like this one. Oh,
Jelly too.
Jelly too.
I like
Peanut
butter and jelly.
peanut butter and jelly.
I like you.
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 I like macaroni.
Macaroni.
I like cheese too.
Cheese too.
I like macaroni and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese.
I like you.
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 You. You.
I like spaghetti.
I like
meatballs too.
I like spaghetti and meatballs.
I like you.
Yum. I like that song. All right, here is another book, and it's called Mama, Look. And the pictures are really big and bold and bright and beautiful. Mama, look. Mama, look. Grasshoppers. Mama, look. Ants. Mama, look. Look at these beautiful, beautiful butterflies. Mama, look. Frogs. Mama, look. Fish. Mama, look. Quack, 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 quack. Ducks. Mama, look. Turtles. Mama, look. Bunnies. Mama, look. Puppies. Mama, look. Squirrels. Mama, look. Possums. Mama, look. Birds. Mama, look. Bees. Bzzz. Mama, look. Baby. Mama, look. Okay, so I think this is a really cool book. I think the pictures are great. And I didn't say anything before we started reading it. And maybe you caught on. I don't know. But there's a clue. On every page, there's a clue as to what's coming next. So we've got the grasshoppers here. And again, maybe I And then on the next page, but maybe I didn't hold it up well enough so that you could see it. But then we have the ants. Okay, so if you're looking here, do you see any clues for what's going to happen on the next page? Do you see up here at the top? And then we have the butterflies. Isn't that cool? And on this one, again, there's so many colors and the green kind of blends in. But then on the next page, it's going to be the frog. And then we have the fish. So I just think this is a great book. And I really love, at the end, they give an author's note. So the person who wrote the book, and I love this, it says, it all began in a library. Well, actually 2 libraries, where many magical things often do. Isn't that great? Picture a young boy yelling, "Mama, look," as he spies a fish swimming in the library. So anyway, I think that's really wonderful that this started, the idea for this book started in a library, well, actually 2, and I love how it says, where many magical things often do. And at the end of the author's note, it says, we dedicate this story to our dear mamas and to you. So this one is called Mama, Look. All right, let's see if we have another song. We do.
I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. Oh, I love you so. My love for you is as big as a tree, bigger than a whale living in the sea, larger than the moon up in the sky, it's true. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, 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 I love you so. My love for you is strong as glue, stronger than an ox and a donkey too. The strength of a diamond doesn't compare with you.
Oh, let's get that one mixed up.
I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. Oh, I love you so. My love for you goes as high as a kite, higher than an airplane taking flight. My heart swells up when I think of you, it's true. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. Oh, I love you so. Oh, I love you so. Oh, I love you so.
And that is a great segue to this book. Because we just sang, I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose. And this book, the title of this book says, Mama, do you love me? This is a wonderful book, and the author and illustrator, it's using Alaskan imagery, so it's really, really beautiful. Mama, do you love me? Oh, yes, I do, dear one. How much? I love you more than the raven loves his treasure. More than the dog loves his tail. More than the whale loves his spout. How long? Oh, I love you until the umarak flies. And that's a boat. Umarak. I love you until the umarak flies into the darkness, until the stars turn to fish in the sky, and the puffin howls at the moon. So of course puffins don't howl, and boats don't fly, and fish don't turn into stars. So that's how long Mama loves dear one. Mama, what if I carried our eggs, our ptarmigan eggs, and I tried to be careful, and I tried to walk slowly, but I fell, and all the eggs broke. Oh, then I would be sorry, but still, I would love you. What if I put salmon in your parka and ermine in your mittens and lemmings in your mucklucks? So there are the ermines. And there are the lemmings and mucklucks. And the mucklucks. Oh, that's what it was. Where's the salmon? Salmon in your parka. I'm not sure I can see salmon in the parka. Can you see it? I guess it's hidden inside. Well, then I would be angry. Well, what if I threw water at our lamp? Well then, dear one, I would be very angry, but still, I would love you. What if I ran away? Well then, I would be worried. Well, what if I stayed away and I sang with the wolves and slept in a cave? Then, dear one, I would be very sad. But still, I would love you. What if I turned into a musk ox? Well, then I would be surprised. Well, what if I turned into a walrus? Then I would be surprised and a little scared. What if I turned into a polar bear and I was the meanest bear you ever saw, and I had sharp, shiny teeth, and I chased you into your tent and you cried? Then I would be very surprised and very scared. But still, inside the bear, you would be you, and I would love you. I will love you forever and for always, because you are my dear one. Mama, do you love me? Isn't that a beautiful book? So many beautiful images and illustrations, and thinking about just how much, how long, and all the different things that could happen. And I really like this page. I really like the one with the polar bear where it says, but still inside the bear, you would be you. Because you are my dear one. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, do you know what? I'm going to read this last one. And I have to admit that this one is a longer book. It is by two very famous author and illustrators, Eve Bunting, and she's written so many books, and Jan Brett. So the illustrations are just fantastic. And this really is, this book is one of those books when you pick up and you're like, this book has a lot of words. And it's an older book, but that's okay. And it's called The Mother's Day Mice. So if you've had enough and you want to go and do other things or stop the video or whatever, that's fine, because this one's going to take us just a little bit longer. Biggest little mouse wakened first, and it was very early morning and almost dark. Oh, and still almost dark, sorry. He tugged gently on the whiskers of Middle Mouse, who slept next to him. "It's Mother's Day," he whispered. "Time to get up and go for our presents." While Middle Mouse tugged gently on the whiskers of Little Mouse, who slept between him and the wall. "Mother's Day," he whispered. And they crept out of bed and they tiptoed past Mother's room. Outside, one star still slept in the sky, and they stopped to wash paws and faces in the pail of water Mother kept by the front door. Biggest studied his watch. "We have 2 hours before Mother wakes up. Middle and I know what we're getting her and where to find it." And he looked at Little Mouse and waited. "I know what I'm getting too," Little Mouse said. "Honeysuckle." Biggest Mouse shook his head. "Little Mouse, honeysuckle only grows on Honeysuckle Cottage. And we know who lives in Honeysuckle Cottage. You'll have to find something else for Mother." Little Mouse wanted to argue, but Biggest was already lining them up one behind the other. "Hold tails and be quiet as we go. The dark has dangers for little mice." They ran across the meadow, and Little Mouse liked the tough, smooth feel of Brother's tail. He thought the three of them, joined together, must be as long as a snake. He didn't want to think about snakes, though. The edges of the sky were streaked with morning, and a red fox passed them on his way home. They crouched till the white tip of his tail disappeared in the trees. "Grr," Little Mouse said fiercely. "Who's afraid of him?" But his voice was so weak that he couldn't even hear himself. So there's the fox's tail. An owl sheared above them as they lay hidden in the long grass, and Little Mouse kept his eyes tightly closed. If he couldn't see the owl couldn't see him. "You didn't have to squeeze my tail so hard," Middle Mouse told him when they stood up. "I thought you might be frightened," Little Mouse said. "I was telling you I was here." Middle Mouse sniffed. A strawberry patch grew at the edge of the meadow. "There's my surprise for Mother," Middle Mouse said. "She loves strawberries. She says the first ones taste of summer coming." Biggest Mouse boosted him so he could get the roundest, reddest berry from the top. Its weight tipped him backward as he carried it. My surprise is here too, Biggest Mouse said, and he picked a dandelion fluff ball and held it by its milky stem. A wish flower for Mother. Well, Little Mouse thought the fluff ball was as beautiful as the spinning of spiders' webs. He could see the sky through it. I love that, a wish flower. Mother will love it, Little Mouse said. Now, can we go for the honeysuckle? We have time, and maybe he won't be there. Well, Biggest Mouse sighed. We'll go look, but only because you're the littlest, and it's Mother's Day, and we won't go close. Cat is always there. Cat was there, and he lay on the porch of Honeysuckle Cottage, monstrously big and monstrously black, and when he yawned, his mouth was dark, like a spiked cave, and Little Mouse could see it clearly, even though they weren't too close. Maybe he'll leave soon, Little Mouse whispered. He pulled his eyes away from Cat to the honeysuckle that twined around the porch. Honeysuckle for Mother. Inside the cottage, someone was playing a piano, and the tune was Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Dum-dee, 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 dum, dum-dee, 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 dum. Maybe Cat likes to lie in the sun and listen to music, Little Mouse whispered. Maybe the person will stop playing soon and Cat will go away. And he sniffed the honeysuckle and he pretended not to see Biggest Mouse check the time. Dum-dee-dum-dee-dum-dee-dum. That person is not going to stop playing, Middle Mouse muttered. He set his strawberry on the ground and a beetle came on the run. Middle Mouse picked it up again and shooed the beetle away, and Little Mouse began creeping towards the cottage on his belly. Biggest Mouse yanked him back by his tail. Stop that! Anyway, it's time to go. What if Mother wakes up on Mother's Day and all of her little mice are missing? Or eaten, Middle added. We have to go, Biggest said. I'm sorry, Little Mouse. But inside Little Mouse's head, something had started to beat. Something wonderful that was the beginning of an idea. Something better than honeysuckle. It's all right, Little Mouse said. The sun made a pink path across the meadow as they ran for home. Bring her a daisy, Biggest said over his shoulder. She likes daisies. Bring her a rock, Middle puffed. A small rock that's not hard to carry. They're nice, Little Mouse said. But they're not special enough for this special day. He had something special, though. He had it strong and firm in his mind when they got home. Biggest stood at the fluff ball inside a jar beside Mother's chair, and Middle put the strawberry on a blue dish on the table. I'm glad I didn't roll it, he said. Sometimes I wanted to, but I carried it all the way and it isn't even squished. He glanced sideways at Little Mouse. The strawberry can be from you too, Little Mouse. And the fluff ball will be from both of us, Biggest said. And Little Mouse smiled. Thank you, but I brought something of my own. He thought it was funny when his brothers looked all around and they rolled their eyes at each other. Something I kept hidden, he said. Biggest Mouse held up a warning paw. Shh! Mother's coming. Happy Mother's Day! They all shouted when she came in the kitchen, and Mother said, Why, you remembered! Remembered? We almost got eaten 3... Middle began, but Biggest poked him hard. Sometimes Middle talked too much. Mother blew the fluff ball and it exploded into a million beautiful feathery seeds. Did you make a wish? Biggest Mouse asked. Yes, a wonderful wish. Mother cut the strawberry into 4 pieces. I love strawberries, she said. The first one's taste of summer coming. And she nibbled on the edge of a berry and closed her eyes, and Little Mouse knew she was tasting sunshine and sweet corn and the cold waters of Meadow Stream. Now me, he said. And he was so excited he thought he might explode like the fluff ball into a million pieces. The music he'd heard at Honeysuckle Cottage was loud in his mind, and he clasped his paws and he began to sing. And he sang the words he thought of as they ran home. We have brought a song to say, Happy, happy Mother's Day. No one's mother is so nice. Love from all your little mice. That was wonderful, Mother said when he was finished. And how astonished his brothers were. They thought that he had nothing, and all the time he had this. Was it better than honeysuckle? Little Mouse asked. Much better, Mother said. Honeysuckle doesn't last forever, and a song does. Was it the best of all your surprises? But as soon as he asked that, Little Mouse felt mean. The song is from all of us, he added quickly. And Mother smiled. All of my surprises were lovely. You each brought me something different, and you each brought me something the same. Do you know what that was, Little Mouse? And Little Mouse knew. They'd brought her their love. And Mother opened her arms wide, and they ran to her. Let's sing Little Mouse's song again, she said. Mother and her 3 little mice swayed together as they sang, and the kitchen was warm with wishes and summer coming and music and love. happy, happy Mother's Day. No one's mother is so